Question number 46. When developing an LLM application, it is crucial to ensure that the data used for training the model compile with the licensing requirement to avoid legal risks. Which action is not appropriate to avoid the link? Which action is not appropriate to avoid the legal risk? Reach out the data creator directly before you have started during the training the model to let them know. No. Option A is incorrect. Why? Because this is reach out the data creator directly before you have started using the tool, the model. Let them know. This is good practice because it ensures the clearly data licensing before the model is deployed. So yes, this is appropriate. Use any available data you personally created which completely original and you can divide what license to use. You so if you create the data yourself, so you own it, then you can set the license. So this is also appropriate, right? Now option C. Only use data explicitly labeled with the open license and ensure the license terms are followed. This also good practice because it ensures the compile and license requirement. Option D. Reach out the data creator directly after you have started using the train model to let them know. This is too late. The model may already violate the license term. Right. Legal compliance should be confirmed before training and deploying the model. So option D is here option because it's asking about the which actually not appropriate. Means option A was correct, appropriate. Option B was appropriate because reach out the data created directly before you have started using the training the model. Means you did not start to train the model before that you go there and you- you take the data. But in option D, reach out the training data created directly if you have started using the train the model. Okay. So correct answer is option D. Question number 47. A generative AI engineer received the following business requirement for an external chatbot. The chat would need to know what type of question user asked and route to the appropriate model to answer the question. For example, user might ask about the upcoming event detail. Another user might ask about the purchasing ticket for the particular event. What is an idea overflow such as chatbot? A chatbot should look only the previous event information. There option B, there should be two different chatbot handling the different type of the user query. Option C is very long, and option D, the chatbot should only process payments. So let's discuss one by one. Option A, the chatbot should only look at the previous event information. C, too restrictive. It ignored the need to the handle multiple type of like ticket purchase and all this. Option A is incorrect. Option B, there should be a two different chatbot handling the different type of the user query. This is insufficient and unnecessary. Better than better to have one chatbot with intelligent routing rather than to maintaining two separate ones. Not ideal. Option B. Option C. Let's read. The chatbot should be implemented as a multi-steps LLM workflow. First, identify the type of question asked, then route the question to appropriate model. If it is an upcoming event asked, then send the query to SQL to text model. If the query ticket purchasing, then customer should redirect to the payment information. Exactly, this is the something which I was asked or which I was explaining in option D. So correct answer is option C. Option D. The chatbot should be only process payment. No. The correct answer is option C. Question number 48. A generative AI engineer is building a production ready LLM system which reply directly to the customer. The solution makes use of the foundation model API via the provisionized throughput. They are connected that LLM could potentially respond in the toxic or otherwise unsafe zone. They also wish to perform this with the least amount of data. So something solution what something is the model of API provides throughput and they concerned that the LLM could potentially respond in toxic or otherwise unsafe way. Option A, host Llama guard on foundation model API to use that detect unsafe response. Yes, Llama guard is the way we can save the content. The correct answer is option A. Read the just B, C, and D. Add LLM call their chain and detect unsafe content before running text. No, this is not correct. Add rejects expression on input and output to detect unsafe response. No. Add user to report unsafe response. Ask user to report unsafe. No. So correct answer is A. Question of 49. A generative AI engineer is tasked with the deploying an application that takes advantage of custom ML flow Python model to return some interim result. How should you configure the endpoint, secret and credential? For this, there is the we have a environmental variable where it is add credential using the environmental variable. Yes, option D is the correct. Whenever if question is asked for to where we will configure endpoint or secret key, so there is only environmental variable where we store. Question number 50. Question number 50. A generative AI engineer is deciding between using LS, LSH, locality sensitive hashing, and NHSW, hierarchical negative SML, small word, for indexing their vector database. Their top priority of semantic accuracy, which will approach should the generate AI engineers to evaluate these two terms. Compare the cosine similarity of the embedding to return the result against these two representative sample of the testing. Yes, cosine similarity, as we already discussed, if you have already uh, read my document and go through all the documents of that generative AI data. So cosine similarity I explained very well, a very easy format. So you can go and study for that one. This is the correct answer. Next option I can read here. Option we compare bilingual evaluation understanding blue is source of return result for the representative sample and test input. No. Compare the recall audit understanding. No. Option C compare the no. So once again, I am telling you, if you didn't go to the cosine similarity, what exactly cosine similarity, vectors of all these things, so you can go there and read from there. Definitely, you will understand. I don't think all the option I have to go one by one. Hmm. Question number 51. A generative AI engineer is building a system that will answer questions on currently unfolding new topics, such as it pull the information for a variety of the source, including article and social media posts. They are concerned about the toxic post on the social media causing toxic output from their system, which guardrail will limit the toxic output. Only option A, use only approved social media and news account to prevent the unexpected toxic data from the generating element, implement the rate limit, reduce the amount of context, no log All the LLM and response perform a batch topic analysis monthly. No. The correct answer is use only approved social media and news account to prevent the unexpected toxic data from getting the analysis. Question of 52. What is an effective model to reprocess the prompt using the custom code before sending them to LLM? So the effective method is asking reprocess the prompt using the custom. Option A, directly modify the LLM internal architecture to include pre-processing step. Option B, it is better not to introduce custom code to pre-process prompt as the LLM has not been retained with example of the pre-processing prompt. Rather than the pre-processing prompt, it is more effective to post-process the LLM output again the output design outcomes. The right ML flow Python model has a separate function to process the prompt. So the question asked is what is the effective method to pre-process prompt? Means if someone in option you can see post process. Option C, that is incorrect. For example, now we have option A, B, and T only. Directly modify LLM internal architecture to include pre-processing. No, we cannot directly modify LLM. So we have option B. It is the better introduce the custom code to pre-process method LLM and train it with the example. If you will provide the example of the pre-process prompt, then it will more effective. The correct answer is answer B.